One, two, three. Good day, everyone. I am Adrian Paul A. Yadaw,
I am Oasis Marivia Linsog.
I'm Nian Luis Lino.
I'm Katrina Miles Soriano.
and we are presenting our research paper titled Exploring Proficiency Levels in Functional Literacy and Numeracy Skills Among University of Baguio Senior Science High School Students, guided by our research advisor, Ma'am Jonalisa May S. Navarro. Here are the contents for our presentation. We will tackle the whole of our Chapter 1, the introduction, namely, background of the study, review of related literatures, conceptual framework, significance of the study, and the objectives of the study. Our Chapter 2, the methodology, will also be tackled, namely, research design, population of the study, data gathering tools and procedures, treatment of data, and ethical considerations. Our references cited and appendices will also be shown near the end of the presentation. We can now begin with our Chapter 1, the introduction. In our information driven society, the ability to read, write, and understand information is crucial for personal development. Both literacy and numeracy are foundational skills necessary for solid growth. Despite their significance, concerns persist about students' proficiency. Differences arise due to varied educational settings, instructional strategies, and socioeconomic statuses. Findings from the East Asia Primary Learning Metrics 2019 revealed that only 10% of Filipino students met the minimum reading standard, and 17% met the minimum mathematical standard. A subsequent study in March of 2023 with senior high school students showed reading comprehension outcomes: 7% at mastery level, 49% at near mastery, and 44% at poor mastery. Addressing the key terms of the study, functional literacy, as defined by the UNESCO Institute for Statistics, involves recognizing, comprehending, interpreting, producing, communicating, and computing with written resources. It's a crucial continuum for personal empowerment and effective participation in contemporary society. Numeracy abilities, according to the Indeed editorial team, encompass using, comprehending, and communicating mathematical information to solve real world problems. This includes basic math concepts and advanced skills such as graphical, spatial, statistical, and mathematical ideas. Proficiency levels serve as a vital tool for assessing a student's language skill in real world situations. They cover speaking, writing, listening, and reading. Our research aims to investigate the proficiency levels of high school students in functional literacy and numeracy skills, specifically at the University of Baguio Senior Science High School. The results from this study will offer valuable insights for both students and teachers, aiding the identification of areas for improvement in reading, writing, and mathematics.
For the global insight, the German National Education System Panel study reveals a consistent rise in literacy and numeracy skills globally, with higher math proficiency positively impacting subsequent reading scores. Onto the national perspective, in the Philippines, the Southeast Asia Primary Learning Metrics 2019 indicates low proficiency levels, with only 10% meeting the minimum reading standard and 17% meeting unexpected math standards. Now we head to our local scenario. Baguio City faces significant literacy challenges, where only 40% of 9 to 12-year-olds possess English reading and writing proficiency. However, improvements have been observed in reading skills following 2 years of distance learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Lastly, the research gap and approach. Despite efforts, a persistent gap remains in correlating literacy and numeracy skills. Our study aims to fill this void by exploring this correlation, providing actionable insights for students and teachers to enhance educational quality.
Moving on to the review of related literature, Torpa et al. And Dominas underscore the importance of reading and mathematics, addressing challenges like below average national scores in the National Achievement Test and prompting interventions. Similar challenges extend beyond the Philippines, evident in Indonesia. Sarwanti and Hikma and Chang reveal challenges in functional literacy, linking early literacy skills to later math achievement, while Balala et al. And Chong's study emphasizes early numeracy development and parental factors shaping mathematical dispositions. Balala et al. Also emphasized the influential role of early numeracy development in shaping the mathematical dispositions. Well thought out interventions, coupled with parental engagement, show promise in enhancing children's mathematical performance. Further, Chong's findings underscore the direct influence of parental factors, such as education level and home numeracy activities, on children's numeracy skills. These insights provide effective strategies for supporting early numeracy learning. Moving beyond academics, TORPA uncovers the intricate relationship between academic skills and emotional well being, highlighting the positive impact of reading fluency and comprehension on young adults. MacArthur et al. Study reinforces this link, emphasizing the influence of poor reading skills on self concept, including academics and emotional well being, with functional literacy emerging as a key factor in emotional wellness. Despite progress, there are unexplored areas. Effective adaptation of interventions across diverse contexts and the direct impact of functional literacy on mathematical proficiency remains unclear. Recognizing and addressing these gaps is crucial for comprehensive understanding. Balala et al.'s call for a quantitative approach is essential. The reliance on self reported information and the lack of consideration for cultural differences pose limitations. Long term or experimental research methods can provide deeper insights and establish causation.
For the conceptual framework, this study revolves around two variables. The dependent variable being the grade level of learners, and the dependent variable is the proficiency levels in functional literacy and numeracy skills and their correlation. According to Jimenez, cognitive development emerged as a crucial factor influencing numeracy skills with proficiency levels linked to different year levels. Despite a correlation in cognitive development, there was no observable link between teachers' methods and students' performance, challenging traditional assumptions about teaching impacts on numeracy skills. Next slide, please. Magfira and Mahmoudi emphasize the significance of number sense as a foundation for advanced numeracy skills. Number sense involves a broad understanding of numbers and the ability to reflexively apply mathematical operations for making informed judgments. This comprehension is seen as a product of mathematical experiences enabling students to comprehend numerical situations without relying solely on standard algorithms. For critical literacy theory, it underscores the need for not just reading and writing proficiency, but also critical examination of text. Breivik's study revealed that instructors predominantly focus on reading comprehension instruction, incorporating guided strategy practice tailored to students' needs. In Piaget's theory of cognitive development, as presented by Thompson, highlights the interactive processes of assimilation and accommodation, where new experiences are integrated into existing concepts and vice versa. The theory identifies four cognitive stages: sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational, signifying a shift from tangible to abstract reasoning. Next slide. Lastly, Vygotsky's zone of proximal development theory, explained by MacLeod, describes the difference between an individual's independent capabilities and what they can achieve with the guidance of a knowledgeable partner. This theory is applied in understanding how social interaction, guidance, and instructional support contribute to children's development, impacting their functional reading and numeracy skills.
For the significance of the study, this study holds significant importance as it evaluates the literacy and numeracy skills of students at the University of Baguio Senior Science High School, aligning with Sustainable Development Goal 4.6.1 for quality education. The findings provide crucial insights for various stakeholders, for students and educators. It identifies areas for improvement in reading, writing, and mathematics, fostering better academic and professional outcomes. Administrators and policymakers benefit by gaining an understanding to enhance curricula and formulate effective policies. Additionally, the research guides targeted interventions to refine educational methods, ultimately contributing to the academic knowledge based on skill correlation.
For the objectives of this study, the general objective is to investigate the proficiency levels of functional literacy and numeracy skills among students at UB Senior Science High School. In order to accomplish this, the researchers have established the following specific research objectives. First is to determine the level of proficiency in terms of functional literacy among the University of Baguio Senior Science High School students according to grade level. Second, to determine the level of proficiency in terms of numeracy skills among the University of Baguio Senior Science High School students according to grade level. Lastly, to determine the correlation between functional literacy and numeracy skills among students at the University of Baguio Senior Science High School according to the grade level. The null hypothesis crafted based on the objectives is that there is no significant correlation between functional literacy and numeracy skills among students at the University of Baguio Senior Science High School, regardless of their grade level.
We will now delve into the methodology. Starting off with the research design, our chosen research design is a blend of quantitative and correlational approaches. To explain further, correlational research is a non experimental methodology that allows us to measure two variables, unveiling their statistical relationship without the interference of extraneous factors, according to Fleetwood 2023. In this study, we examined the proficiency levels in functional literacy and numeracy skills among UB Senior Science High School students. The independent variable is the grade level, while the dependent variables are the proficiency levels in functional literacy and proficiency levels in numeracy skills. The study aims to investigate a target population of 346 students from the University of Baguio Senior Science High School, with the exclusion of Hume sections. The sample design to be used is random sampling, with the goal to gather 183 responses from this target group, determined by Cochrane's formula and maintaining a 95% confidence level. The criteria for inclusion encompasses students in grades 11 to 12 enrolled in both HiFlex and online modalities for the academic year 2023 to 2024 and are enrolled under the STEM and ABM strands. Next, we have the exclusion criteria. The exclusion criteria are students who are enrolled under the Hume strand in both HiFlex and online modalities. Three survey questionnaires have been incorporated for this study, drawing inspiration from Lucero 2019, the 2019 FLEMS, Functional Literacy, Education, and Mass Media Survey, and the Mathematics Teacher Questionnaire Main Survey, specifically tailored to assess the proficiency levels of University of Baguio Senior Science High School students in functional literacy and numeracy skills. This comprehensive tool consists of two segments covering six areas: reading comprehension strategies, study and problem-solving skills, reading comprehension enhancement, practical functional literacy skills, numeracy skills, and lastly, mathematical proficiency assessment. Utilizing the Likert scale, with 1 being not proficient, 2 being less proficient, 3 being proficient, and 4 being very proficient, the questionnaire ensures an in-depth assessment serving as a comprehensive tool aligned with objectives 1 and 2. For this study, no separate questionnaire is provided for Objective 3, as the data required for this objective will be derived from the survey conducted for Objectives 1 and 2. The primary goal of this questionnaire is to evaluate students' proficiency in functional literacy and numeracy skills, while exploring the correlation between these two domains.
Researchers will submit a formal letter to RICO for approval to conduct a survey with UB Senior Science High School, STEM, and ABM sections. The questionnaire will be adapted into a Google form, shared via emails, and accompanied by a consent form. The form will remain accessible for at least a month. The data will be analyzed using mean, standard deviation, and a 4-point Likert scale to determine the proficiency level of University of Baguio Senior Science High School students in functional literacy and numeracy skills. The scales will be used to compare data sets and assess respondents' agreement. Next slide. The research is voluntary, with participants informed of their right to contact the researchers if they feel uncomfortable. Confidentiality is maintained with only researchers assessing responses. Data is securely stored and used for the study's purposes. Parental permission is obtained for minors under 18. The study aims and objectives are clearly outlined, enhancing comprehension and trust. Participants are encouraged to seek clarification and contact the researchers if they feel uncomfortable. The research findings will be disseminated in an infographic format, and respondents will receive a copy of the study results via school email.
Presented are the references cited within the paper. And lastly, the appendices, namely the adopted tools and the research tool that will be utilized for the study. And that is all for our presentation of our research paper. On behalf of our group, I would like to thank you for making time to listen to our presentation. We deeply appreciate this and will further improve our study. Thank you once again.